Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
My name is Azamudin Kusuma, and today I want to give you guys a presentation about Khalid bin Walid. Who is Khalid bin Walid? He is one of Rasulullah's companion. Now, next. This is the table of contents. So the first we will have introduction of who is Khalid bin Walid. We will have a short profile about Khalid bin Walid, about him joining Islam, and about how many wars and what type of wars led by him. Now, first, introduction. Who doesn't know Khalid bin Walid? This friend of the Prophet Muhammad was a famous Islamic warrior and warlord of his time. He was so great that Khalid bin Walid never lost in every war he led. Therefore, Khalid holds the title Saifullah al-Maslul, which means the unshielded sword of Allah. This Persian and Roman conqueror had many privileges that other commanders did not have. As quoted from the book Islamic War Commanders written by Rizam Aziz. One of its features is that it succeeded in uniting Arabia for the first time in history. In fact, he succeeded in forming a unified political entity called the Caliphate. Apart from that, Khalid bin Walid was also the only supreme commander during the time of the Prophet Muhammad SAW and his successors. His brilliant ideas, precise war tactics, and incomparable strength made him a truly great figure. Khalid bin Walid was also scribe to the Prophet Muhammad. His title was Abu Sulaiman. So, as we know from his introduction that Khalid bin Walid is one of the famous Rasulullah companion, which is a very great warrior and warlord as his time. And as we hear from the introduction, he is said to never lost any war and even gained the title of the unshielded sword of Allah. How did he gain the title? We'll see in the next slide. Now, first we will go to the short profile of Khalid bin Walid. Khalid bin Walid was born in 562 AD. He was the son of Walid bin Mughirah and Rawabah al-Shagri binti al-Harith bin Harb. His father came from Bani Makhzum, one of the leading clans among the Quraysh tribe. Khalid bin Walid was one of the most powerful leaders among the Quraysh people. His uncles were also considered to be respected people in Quraysh. Khalid bin Walid's father had an orchard that stretched from Mecca to Taif. Based on his genealogy, he is a close sibling to the Prophet Muhammad. This is because Sayyidah Maimunah, who was the wife of Rasulullah SAW, was his maternal aunt. So, as we know from the short profile of Khalid bin Walid, we now know when he was born and who is his father and his mother. And now we also know that his family was many of his family were respected people amongst the Quraysh. And now we also know that Khalid bin Walid was a close sibling to Prophet Muhammad SAW, because one of Rasulullah's wife is Khalid bin Walid maternal aunt. Now we are going to talk about how he joined Islam. Khalid's greatness and courage on the battlefield was seen when he led the Quraysh troops at the battlefield of Uhud. At that time, he served as commander of the Quraysh cavalry and succeeded in defeating the Muslims. The tactic that Khalid used was to exploit the enemy's weaknesses. When the Muslims combated to take the spoils of war because they thought the enemy had lost, from behind, Khalid's troops suddenly counterattacked the Muslims. This attack resulted in a crushing defeat by the Muslim troops, and victory belonged to the Quraysh. After the Battle of Uhud, Khalid bin Walid declared himself to have converted to Islam. Thus, the position he obtained was the same as before, namely warlord. Khalid bin Walid never defeated Rasulullah SAW. Every war he led, Khalid managed to achieve victory. These achievements continued in the reign of Abu Bakr. At that time, Khalid was assigned to expand Islamic territory and create chaos in the Roman and Persian troops. Now we know when and how that Khalid bin Walid joined Islam. But first we will talk about Uhud War. So in the joining Islam, we know that Khalid bin Walid joined Islam after the Uhud War and after he won against the Muslim. Now, and we know that Khalid won against the Muslims because his cavalry and his troops counterattacked the Muslim from behind. So let me tell you the story of Uhud War. So the Uhud War goes like this. So the Uhud War happens in front of the Uhud mountain, and there is also a small mountain near the Uhud mountain. And then Prophet Muhammad SAW give information to the archers to stay at the small mountain near the Uhud mountain, so they can attack from above and hit the Quraysh people that is below them. But after that, the Quraysh had lost for a few for a while. So the Quraysh they pretend to they retreat, and then the Muslims want to run to the battlefield to take the they run to the battlefield to take the treasures and the things they can get from the war. But Khalid bin Walid troops and cavalry actually did not retreat that. They go around the small mountain attacking all the archers and all the Muslims that was getting the treasure from the war. And then after that, after the Uhud war, finally Khalid bin Walid joined Islam. Now we will talk about wars led by him. In the era of the Prophet Muhammad SAW, the battles led by Khalid bin Walid were the Mu'tah War, the liberation of Mecca, the Battle of Hunain, the siege of Ta'if, the Battle of Tabuk, and Haji Wada. During the Mu'tah War, Khalid lost 9 of his swords. This is what caused him to receive the title of the Unsheathed Sword of Allah by the Prophet Muhammad. Meanwhile, during the liberation of Mecca or Fatu Mecca in 630 AD, Khalid bin Walid had a significant role in igniting the enthusiasm of his troops. Then, in the era of Caliph Abu Bakr, Khalid bin Walid led a number of battles, such as the Battle of Ridda, the Battle of Yamamah, as well as the Persian and Roman conquest. Since the death of Prophet Muhammad, many Muslims have left Islam or apostatized. Apart from that, there were also many who claimed to be the next prophet and were later eradicated by Caliph Abu Bakr. One of these reductions was carried out through the Battle of Yamamah against Musailamah al-Kadzab, a person who claimed to be a prophet. In the Battle of Yamamah, Muslim troops under the leadership of Khalid succeeded in defeating the apostates, whose numbers were 3 times greater than the number of Muslim troops. Meanwhile, during the Persian and the Roman conquest, Khalid and 18,000 Muslim troops succeeded in quickly controlling Persian territory. In fact, he won 4 battles in quick succession, namely the Battle of Chains, the Battle of River, the Battle of Walaja, and the Battle of Lais. Okay. Now that we know how many wars and what type of wars that Khalid bin Walid has led, we also know that how did Prophet Muhammad, how did Khalid bin Walid get the title of the Unsheathed War, the Unsheathed Sword of Allah. So, as we already know and as I already tell you, Khalid bin Walid got the title from the Mu'tah War. And it is said that he got the title because he broke 9 swords. And then I will tell you the story about it. So, in the Mu'tah War, there was supposed to be 3 leaders. Then, after a long battle, all of the 3 leaders were dead. And then, after that, Khalid bin Walid stepped forward to take the flag and take control as the warlord and as the leader of the troops. And no Muslim protest because they know that Khalid bin Walid is the greatest warrior of all time. So after that, he fought against the Roman empires, and he said that he broke 9 swords in his hand. So he was so fast, so strong that swords keeps breaking and he keeps taking new one from the ground. Now we go to the conclusion. Khalid bin Walid is one of the most well-known Rasulullah SAW companion. He is mostly known as one of the best Muslim warriors and one of the strongest person at Rasulullah era. He even got the title of Unsheathed Sword of Allah. Okay, maybe that's all for me. Thank you all for listening. The mistakes come from me and Shaitan, while the great things and the good things come from Allah. Thank you all for listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.